North America's skies, once considered a symbol of safe and efficient travel, have been recently marred by a string of aviation disasters. These incidents, each tragic in their own right, have sent shockwaves through the industry and the public alike. The frequency and severity of these events have raised concerns about the state of aviation safety and the measures in place to prevent such tragedies. From commercial airlines to small charter planes, no sector of aviation seems immune. As investigators work tirelessly to determine the causes of these accidents, a cloud of uncertainty and grief hangs over the victims, their families, and the wider community. These incidents serve as stark reminders of the inherent risks associated with air travel. They highlight the complex interplay of factors that can contribute to aviation accidents, from mechanical failures and human error to challenging weather conditions. The recent tragedies underscore the need for continuous improvement in aviation safety protocols, technology, and training. They also emphasize the importance of thorough investigations to understand the root causes of these accidents and implement effective preventative measures. The aviation industry, with its history of learning from past mistakes, is now tasked with analyzing these recent events to prevent future tragedies. The loss of life, the devastation to families, and the erosion of public trust in air travel are just some of the far-reaching consequences of these disasters. As the investigations unfold, the industry and the public await answers. The hope is that by understanding what went wrong, steps can be taken to ensure that such tragedies become less frequent occurrences in the skies above North America. The quest for safer skies continues, driven by the memory of lives lost and the collective desire to prevent future tragedies. The following sections will delve into the details of each incident, the investigations underway, and the potential implications for the future of aviation safety. Section 2. Troubled Skies, a look at each incident. The first incident involved a Delta Airlines flight arriving at Toronto Pearson Airport. On a stormy February day, a Mitsubishi CRJ-900LR, operated by Endeavour Air, was attempting to land amidst strong winds and blowing snow. As the aircraft touched down, it veered off the runway and flipped onto its roof. The harrowing scene sent shockwaves through the airport. Emergency responders rushed to the aid of the passengers and crew. Fortunately, there were no fatalities. However, 17 people sustained injuries, with 2 adults and 1 child in critical condition. The Transportation Safety Board of Canada is currently investigating the incident, focusing on the challenging weather conditions and their potential role in the accident. In the remote and unforgiving landscape of Alaska, a Bering Air Cessna Caravan crashed southeast of Nome. The small aircraft, a lifeline for communities in the region, was carrying 9 passengers and a pilot on a routine flight from Unalakleet. The plane vanished from radar amidst reports of light snow and fog, prompting a frantic search and rescue operation. Tragically, the wreckage was located hours later, and there were no survivors. All 10 people on board, including individuals traveling for work, healthcare, and mentorship programs, lost their lives. The National Transportation Safety Board is investigating the crash. They are examining factors such as weather conditions, pilot experience, and the aircraft's maintenance records. Tragedy struck again in Philadelphia when a Learjet 55 medical transport jet crashed shortly after takeoff from Northeast Philadelphia Airport. The plane, operated by Jet Rescue, a Mexico-based company, was en route to Mexico, returning a child patient from Shriners Children's Philadelphia Hospital. On board were the young patient, their mother, and 4 crew members. Moments after takeoff, the jet experienced a catastrophic failure, plummeting to the ground in a fiery crash that claimed the lives of all 7 on board and a father on the ground. 19 others on the ground sustained injuries. The deadliest aviation disaster in North America since 2001 occurred in the skies over Washington, D.C. An Army UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter on a training exercise collided with an American Airlines regional jet approaching Ronald Reagan National Airport. The impact occurred at a high altitude, sending both aircraft plummeting to the ground. The horrifying collision resulted in the loss of all 60 passengers and 4 crew members aboard the jet, as well as the 3 soldiers on the helicopter. The victims represented a cross-section of American life. Among them were members of the Skating Club of Boston returning from the U.S. Figure Skating Championships, families traveling for business and leisure, and individuals from all walks of life. The National Transportation Safety Board immediately launched an investigation into the incident. Section 3. Investigating the disasters. The aftermath of these aviation disasters has left investigators with the daunting task of piecing together the events that led to these tragedies. Teams from the Transportation Safety Board of Canada and the National Transportation Safety Board in the United States are leading the respective investigations, employing a multifaceted approach to determine the causal factors and prevent future occurrences. The investigations are focusing on a range of potential contributing factors, including mechanical failure, human error, weather conditions, air traffic control procedures, and maintenance records. In the Toronto Pearson Airport incident, investigators are examining the impact of the strong winds and blowing snow on the aircraft's landing. They are analyzing data from the aircraft's flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder, as well as radar data and weather reports. The investigation will also review the pilot's experience and training, as well as the airport's snow removal procedures. In the Bering air crash, the NTSB is focusing on the challenging weather conditions in Alaska, particularly the presence of light snow and fog. The investigation is also examining the pilot's experience flying in such conditions, and the aircraft's suitability for operating in such environments. The Philadelphia Learjet crash investigation is focusing on the catastrophic failure that occurred shortly after takeoff. Investigators are examining the aircraft's maintenance records, the pilot's actions, and the possibility of a bird strike or other external factors. The NTSB is also looking into the operational practices of Jet Rescue, the medical transport company that operated the aircraft. The Washington, D.C. mid-air collision presents a complex investigative challenge. The NTSB is focusing on the air traffic control procedures in place at the time of the accident, as well as the training and experience of both the pilots and air traffic controllers. The investigation is also examining the radar data and communication logs to determine the sequence of events leading to the collision. These investigations are crucial for understanding the causes of these aviation disasters and preventing future tragedies. The findings will likely lead to recommendations for improvements in aviation safety, including changes to regulations, pilot training, air traffic control procedures, and aircraft design. The goal is to enhance the safety of air travel and restore public confidence in the industry. Section 4. The aftermath and the future of aviation safety. The recent aviation disasters in North America have cast a long shadow over the industry and the public alike. The loss of life, the devastation to families, and the erosion of public trust in air travel are just some of the far-reaching consequences of these tragedies. The incidents serve as stark reminders of the inherent risks associated with air travel and the importance of continuous improvement in aviation safety. The investigations, while still ongoing, have already highlighted several areas of concern that require attention. One critical area is the need for enhanced pilot training, particularly in dealing with challenging weather conditions. The incidents in Toronto and Alaska underscore the importance of pilots having the skills and experience to navigate adverse weather safely. Another area of focus is the need for improved communication and coordination between pilots and air traffic controllers. The Washington, D.C. mid-air collision highlights the importance of clear and timely communication to prevent such tragedies. The investigations have also raised questions about the adequacy of current safety regulations and the need for stricter oversight of the aviation industry. The aviation industry has a long history of learning from past mistakes and using those lessons to improve safety. The recent disasters will undoubtedly lead to changes in regulations, training, and technology. Airlines and manufacturers will need to invest in new technologies and procedures to mitigate risks and enhance safety. The public, too, has a role to play in demanding higher safety standards and holding the industry accountable. By working together, the aviation industry, regulators, and the public can strive to make air travel safer and prevent future tragedies. The quest for safer skies is an ongoing journey. The recent aviation disasters in North America serve as a stark reminder of the importance of this quest and the need for continuous improvement. By learning from these tragedies, implementing necessary changes, and remaining vigilant, the aviation industry can work towards restoring public trust and ensuring that the skies above North America remain a safe passage for all.